Hello friends and welcome. I'm Sarah Liz and I am back with another sneak peek for Spellbinders Club Kits. This is for April 2024 and I went a little nuts. I made a ton of cards and honestly I have pieces cut and plans for more cards. So I'm going to walk you through kind of what I've done, let you know what's coming up. I will have at least 2 video tutorial videos in the month of April and a live stream. So I'll tell you about all of that and about some of these extra sentiments that you can get absolutely free. Let's start with this card. So this is the large die of the month and I just used it as it was designed. So you get this huge jar, okay? And it is 5.5 inches tall. So it will fit in an A2 envelope, but I made mine a 5x7. And then there's all of these sewing pieces you can put on the inside, couple kinds of floss, some pins and straight pins, buttons, a thimble, and I just think that it's really awesome, but you could stretch that jar to do a lot of other things. For my sentiment on this card, I used the mirrored arch labels, and I love the shape of that on the jar. I think it looks like a jar label would. And then this is an emergency sentiment. So there is a new kit that is coming out on the 6th. All right, and it's huge, and I've tried a bunch of new things to give you lots of options. This one says, "You are so amazing." There's definitely a sewing theme running through that kit. It's intended really to coordinate with all of the clubs from Spellbinders this month. My favorite part of the large die of the month is this pair of scissors, actually, and I didn't get them on the front of this card. I did put them on the inside because I couldn't not. It's so gorgeous. So I made another card using that large die of the month. This is that Fluted Classics circle that is one of my all-time favorites. And I just threw a handful of my sewing pieces in there. It makes it really easy to put them on an A2 card, and then my scissors, and then this is your reminder to floss daily. So that is also in the emergency kit. In the background on both of these, I have used the 3D embossing folder of the month, which is really fun, right? It's got some thread and needles all over it. And I tried a couple different things in videos for how to use that and really make it kind of fun. On this one, I've got dark cardstock, but then I went over it in some silver ink, so they look like silver needles, and I love that. On this card, I used those large die of the month pieces again and the embossing folder, but I also brought in the small die of the month. This is, if I had to pick one club this month, this is it, because it has really phenomenal sentiments and the size is amazing and it's got great stitching detail in there. So we have thanks, happy, hello, for you, so happy for you, and then you've got some floss with layering pieces. My emergency kit is all chopped up at this point, but we do have our standard rectangle sentiments and our circle sentiments. And then for our strip sentiments, I made some of them bigger because you guys have been asking for that. And these are sub sentiments. So they're designed like here to go with this small die of the month. So I have thanks so much. I have thanks. I am so blessed. Hello, sociopath. Hello, knit nerd. Hello, can I get a hoop hoop? We'll go through the entire kit on the 6th when it releases. It's huge. I also released for the first time, you guys, I love these reverse sentiments where you can print them and it will have that black background. And if you print them on a laser printer or with toner, you can foil them. So we're going to play around with that as well. So I used one of those reverse sentiments here. It's crafting a happy hello. And I'm going to show you in the video for this one how I created that shadow layer, even though there aren't shadow dies in here. I have also used the stencil of the month. This one has 5 layers and they do all stack together, right? Some months we get a mixture of some layering and some standalone, but this one lets you easily create this full panel of floss. And then I did a little bit of lunar paste on here to make that shine. I just thought that was a lot of fun and it's really quick and easy. On this card, I took that hello from the small die of the month and I mixed it with some other things from my stash that aren't from the club. So these are the Be Bold Blooms. They've been out forever and I love them. And then the Efflorescent Flora 3D embossing folder in the background. The sub-sentiment, jalapeno, so it's hello jalapeno, is one of my very favorites. I've shown it in a card before, but I hadn't released it in a kit, and it's in this kit because I couldn't help myself. So on the 6th, again, that will come out. There'll be a new video. It'll show you the entire kit and what's in there. It's completely free for subscribers. And if you ring that bell, when you click the subscribe button, it will notify you when there are free printables available. On this card, I just used that Happy For You, and I mixed it with some yarn that came from this Spellbinders Kitty Hugs. And there's a ball of yarn for the cat to play with. There are some knitting sentiments in that kit as well, and I love the colors here. I used my color cube for this, so I'll show you that in the video. And then this one's my favorite. You guys! I knew as soon as I saw the jar that I wanted to make a jar of lemonade. I'll show you how I made the straw. This is an old set. I think it's called Lemon Zest. Yep, this is it. This is on clearance. And actually, it's been on clearance before and sold out, and I thought it was gone forever. I had this in my donate pile, but it's back. I don't know for how long. If you like these lemons and you want them, I would get them right away. In the background, I have the corrugated embossing folder and then another sentiment from our free printable kit. I do want to talk to you just quickly about some of the other kits. I only get a few, right? I get the 3D embossing folder, the stencil, the large die, and the small die. And that's a lot. But there's some really cool stuff that I don't get that I will probably order. So the stitching die of the month has some flowers and an embroidery hoop that's nice and big. And if nothing else, I love, love, love that hoop. The glimmer of the month has some great stitching details that you can hot foil onto your card panel, and sub-sentiments, which I think is great. Again, I'm releasing a free printable to go with this, but unlike last month, there are a ton of great sentiment options through Spellbinders. So if you're like, Sarah, I don't know about emergency sentiments, I'm a stamper or I'm a hot foiler, definitely take a look at these and maybe look at the deluxe caboodle because it will give you everything and it's a huge discount. The clear stamp and die of the month, again, has mostly just sentiments and they're really great. Thinking of you with each stitch. Happy you're in my life. Thanks for all you do. Stitched just for you. You make me so happy, right? So really, really great stuff. The Better Press also has a handful of sentiments and a Better Press for the scissors, the thimble, and then the little card that you wrap the floss around, which I think is super fun. And I think you can do that one in 2 colors, like it's 2 pieces. And then finally, if you do get the deluxe caboodle, it is all of the things, huge, huge discount, and you'll get a bonus set of sentiments that say stitched with love, so many thanks, and handmade for you. Friends, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you will join me at 6 p.m. tonight, Central Time, April 1st, and my crafty friends, and find some more inspiration. Pop in the chat, say hello. I would love to hear from you. In the description box below the video, I have links to all of the clubs. New subscriptions open on the 6th of the month. If you use my links, Spellbinders pays me a small commission from that sale, and I always appreciate it. I'm so, so grateful to have such wonderful viewers. Don't forget, on the 6th of the month, we'll release the kit, and I will have my first video with probably 4 cards. So if there's a particular card you want to see in that first video, let me know in the comments below, and I can kind of switch up and arrange what you're going to get to see first. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.